friends, and welcome to this week's video where I am going to share lots of lunchbox ideas with you, and then we're going to dehydrate fruit together. That's why I'm here in this weird position. I've got my air fryer at the ready. I've got some fruits which I'll talk to you in a bit, but first what I'm going to do is actually share with you some lunchbox ideas that I've been basically collecting videos of for the past few weeks, if not more. So I hope that these are going to be really fun and that they're going to spark ideas for you. But ultimately what you should think about is the fact that every child is different. They might like different things. What works for my son might not work for yours, so it's a matter of just like trial and error, and that's exactly what I've been doing until we decided, or basically he came back home after preschool and said, I don't want this anymore, I want this. So basically we know exactly what he wants, and therefore I can put that in his lunch boxes for him. So here are these ideas, but before I share that with you, I'm Alina, and if you're new to the channel, I do daily mum shorts and 2 long form videos on YouTube for you guys specifically. So if you want to join the community, I'd love to have you with us, so do subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get into the lunchbox ideas that I've been collecting. So I tried to document lunchboxes without repeating myself. So here we are, you can see some frankfurters that my son absolutely goes gaga for, and the frube and cheese string that we pretty much now put into every single lunchbox because he absolutely loves those. I've put some fruit there. There was a variation of like grapes, apples and satsumas, and basically some crackers, but I didn't know whether the crackers were filling enough. This second one, basically I put some egg in, but my husband did have a good point in saying they're a little bit smelly, so maybe not to put that in anymore. I put in some pasta here, some veggies, and my son also loves a bit of gherkin too, but pasta actually is a real favourite of his. So I did try to balance that out with a few fruit options basically, and some ham. So next one is pitta. We do like a bit of pitta. Put some coleslaw in there, my son likes that, and sweet corn is also one of his favourites. He doesn't really like much tomatoes, so I haven't put that in recently. Here's like chunks of cheese, and I actually put some pate within the crackers, but I don't think my son likes pate anymore, so I'm going to try that again maybe next time. And yeah, bit more fruit, some cut up veggies from like cucumbers and carrots, which we very much enjoy. And then here it looks like pitta, but actually it's like flatbread, so my son really enjoys that too. So we like a bit of variation, whether it's wraps, pittas or flatbread, but basically we do eat a lot of ham, it looks like. And this next one, rice, is basically something my son didn't enjoy, but what I was going to say here is just use some leftovers where you can. Cool, and now that you've come back, basically I have my air fryer at the ready, and it has a dehydrate mode. Usually it takes hours to basically dehydrate food and fruit, which I'll talk to you in a second about, but basically I wanted first to share my cutter collection with you guys. So this is from Amazon, and I'm only going to show you a few of my favorites, but this is a 12-piece set, and it comes with different shapes. So I don't know why I picked them up all at the same time. I got so excited. But basically this one's a little rabbit. I've got a love heart, which is perfect because Valentine's Day is coming up, and obviously what I plan to do is basically make little hearts and heart shapes so that my son can take some of these snacks and fruits basically that I've cut up into little heart shapes. Basically I'm going to show you one now. So this is an apple that I've cut up. Something to think to basically bear in mind is that if you are doing apples, I'd very much recommend taking off the skin. So that's a rookie mistake from my part. But here is one without the skin on either side. So basically a love heart shape. It's healthy. It lasts a long time. So what I plan to do is do loads and loads in one batch, so that I basically don't have to think about it and do it every time. So if you are organized enough, maybe do it once a week, and basically that means plenty of snacks for your kids. Basically the other couple that I like, just a simple flower one. My son likes flowers, he likes to pick up daisies, so I feel like that reminds me of that. And then there's a duck one as well, a little chick. which is super cute. And in that set, which I'll link down below on, it's from Amazon, I don't know if I've mentioned, but I'll link down below for you guys. But this one is a super big one. I say big, but it's bigger. I've got something similar like this, but for my mince pies that I do every year for Christmas time. But basically this is a little bit smaller than that. So I like the fact that these are small. At first I was like, are they a little bit too small? But actually, because you're working with these fruits and some of these apples, for example, some of them I'm just doing some slices. They're just not big enough for the bigger cutters. So these small cutters have been perfect for that. So now what I'm going to do is actually show you bit by bit of what I've done. So banana was probably the easiest one to do, and I made little rabbits out of those over here, and they're super cute. And then I left some just slices. So what I basically do, there's some green apple on that, so excuse that. What I do is like just slice up the fruit first and then use the cutters to make these little shapes. So as you can see, this is mango that I chose. I thought, oh, nice exotic fruit that basically will last a long time if you just dry it. Usually you can buy these and they're so expensive. So I thought, why not make it myself? So here I am making little flowers. We've got red apples, we've got green apples. So we've got green apple slices, we've got green apple stars, which is, I thought was super cute. I even did some Mickey Mouse shapes, which is sweet. And then I also did pineapple. So all of these are little fish. I thought it was quite funny because it's like an exotic fruit. Why not have like an exotic animal, right? So there you go. So fish over here, which is going to be super lovely, super sweet. And I can't wait for my son to try it. So the trick to dehydrate here is basically to leave it for hours, which is fine, and at the lowest temperature that you can possibly do it at. So if you don't have an air fryer, you can do it in an oven and you can do it for hours, but make sure there's the lowest temperature that you can have. Sometimes it takes a couple of hours depending on how small your fruits and things that you are dehydrating are. If you're doing a big batch, then sometimes it can take up to 5 or 6 hours. So I recommend just going into the oven, into the air fryer and checking every hour or so to see whether you're satisfied basically with how much they've been dehydrated. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in now with your help and basically distribute it between the rows that I have. Put it on the dehydrate mode, and then we're going to catch up and see what comes out. So currently we have a really old-fashioned kitchen that is tiny, and so I decided to basically show you guys in my son's room. So I do apologise for that, but basically I love a good air fryer because it literally can go anywhere. We've even taken it to Grandad's caravan with us last summer, so definitely going to be doing that again. But yeah, basically just put in all your fruits and everything in the air fryer and just wait for it to do the hard work for you. It does take many hours to actually dehydrate, but once it's done, as I said, you can keep it for a long time because it's dehydrated and it doesn't go bad really. But yeah, basically that's what I do here. I also end up doing a bit more downstairs later on, which you shall see in a second. So it's about 24 hours later, and basically I have a few bits here to show you. So firstly, these are the snack packs, and what I like about these is that each lid can actually be put onto the lid underneath, so it's sort of like stackable, and it also clicks into place so that you don't have to worry about it like disappearing and going haywire in your bags as well. So I do like these for like the little snacks. So these are the dehydrated fruits. As you can see, my apples did a lot better. I put my bananas back in. So when I said about the different fruits needing different times to dehydrate, I'd say bananas need a lot more. But the apples did really well. The pineapple doesn't look too bad, but I think I could have done with a bit longer as well. So let me try and like give you a close-up. So basically this isn't the best close-up. However, you can see what I mean about the dehydration. And what I wanted to show you as well is like this tub that I used to use for baby weaning. I'm actually going to put some snacks in there. So I think it's like perfect time. As I said, like it needs about 5-6 hours. And you just need to make sure that like the different fruits that you're doing have different amounts of dehydration time. So bananas need more. That's what I've learned this time around. And I can't wait to put them into like these little snacks. So you know, you usually put like raisins and nuts in there if you're not allergic to like these little packs that you can take to the park with you, whether you can give it to them on lunch times and lunch boxes basically. Then this is a perfect idea and I can't wait for him to try lots and lots of these different types of fruits. Thanks so much for sticking around, guys. I hope it gave you plenty of ideas for your lunch boxes and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!